Hello, and welcome to Rocket Fuel, your daily update for everything that's happening in the Rocket Pool community. Today is November 9th, and we have had 24 of the most remarkable hours ever, maybe, in the crypto community as a whole. And yeah, it's still ongoing, so we will be covering a little bit of that, but let's talk about Rocket Pool things first. So yesterday we had our community Twitter space. There was Langas in there with Jasper, and Mav joined later too. And it said we'll discuss the past 2 weeks, but cover what an incredible year has been. Here's the countless more. So the Twitter space happened yesterday evening, and I started off with a really nice recap of some of the key things that happened during launch and the periods after it, all the way up through to like this week basically. And that was really nice to go over and kind of remember some of those things again. And then Mav shared information about everything that's happened in the last 2 weeks, with all the government stuff and update stuff and everything else that's been going on as well. So that was really great. It was a nice community call. During the course of the call, a lot of people were wishing happy birthday to Rocket Pool. So happy birthday Rocket Pool, this was me, and people saying they grow up so quick, and it was just a really nice conversation. And yeah, it was lovely to kind of take part in that. So that was nice. It's just a shame that it was on such a bad day basically for the community. So yeah. Next, we had this post from Valdorf yesterday, who said our concentrated liquidity trial with Gamma goes live in 22 hours time. And then there's a link to a tweet, and there's a link through to a Medium article as well. Let's see if that gets any visibility here. So I liked and retweeted this to Twitter, but I don't think anyone was really paying attention. But here are the people from Gamma saying we're proud to announce a 4-week trial partnership with Rocket Pool to incentivize the ETH 0.05% liquidity position on Uniswap version 3. So basically they're setting up liquidity around the peg, and it's a trial for 4 weeks to see how it goes. And the IMC are putting, I think, 400, it says here incentives 400 RPL tokens, which obviously are worth less and less every day, but hey, that's just how these things go, I guess. But it's going to run for 4 weeks starting from now. It's going to go, it just went live 5 minutes ago, I think. So that's really cool. It says what's the benefit. So there's low impermanence loss, actively managed, and delta neutral liquidity providing. And then there's more information about how they're doing it and what's going on. So yeah, I'll link to that thread in the description, so go ahead and give it a read. And then I'll link to the Medium article as well that goes into a little bit more detail, but most of the information is the same as what you find in the Twitter thread, but just more detail. So yeah, give those a read. It's really great to see that the IMC is continuing to do these partnerships and these integrations. The more the merrier. Like, it's really great to see. So thanks for everyone in the IMC for making this happen. I'm excited to see what you guys do next. So yesterday on the on Rocket Fuel and also in the community space, I asked a question about whether or not the rocket scientists can get a second node, because I was talking about Toucan Spam's message here that he left in governance about giving the rocket scientists a second node. So Dave came into governance and said, hey guys, I'd like to chime in for a second if I may. I originally came up with the rocket scientist oDAO node idea a while ago, as I was super appreciative of the time they all spend in here commenting and helping out users. So I worked with the team, then Ken, for a bit to set up this idea about how it would be managed. It's super important, in my opinion, to give back to people who spend their own time helping out users in the protocol. Before announcing this, I made sure to clean out idle rocket science users from the role and add a few which were much deserved, aka Cron and Mentor. So I'm going to stop here for a second and just talk about Cron for a second. So there's been a joke in the Rocket Pool community for at least a couple of years, long before I joined, that Cron wasn't actually a human being, and it was just an account created by the team, and they would kind of take turns to moderate the Discord. But with this rocket scientist promotion, it seems that Kron is a real person. So congratulations, Kron. Mentor obviously also joins. And then yesterday we also had D2 joining. He said, I don't know how I missed this, but congrats to D2 on becoming a rocket scientist. And then D2 came into trading and said thanks and stuff. I'm not sure what that is, but yeah, D2 as well. So there's at least 3 new rocket scientist members. I tried to find information on who all the rocket scientists are right now to share that with you, but I don't have that information yet. So maybe I'll have it tomorrow or soon. But it's really great. So let's get back to the post. It says, I also explicitly said in the announcement that it was for active rocket scientist members. So if someone idle, they will be removed by the rocket scientist oDAO node admin, aka Ken. Now let's get down to numbers. For helping out in this Discord as a privileged member, they will do very well. Even at today's very depressed prices amid the FTX scandal, you're looking at a minimum of $1,200 per month per member. To date, and that might be a little bit less now because the price has gone down a little bit since then. To date, no rocket scientist member has reached out to us about what I assumed was a first. I can't think of any Discord where a role was offered this kind of say in the protocol, let alone a great bit of income to go with it. I'd much rather keep this at one node for the time being. Should they do great and be wise in their decision making, a second would be due. Let's see how they go first. And then Patches and Valdorf and Pieter came and left comments about what they thought, and I thought that was really, really great, right? And it's great that they're getting rewarded and seen, and that's wonderful. So I'm not sure which rocket scientists were removed from the list in this process, but that would be something that's interesting to see as well. So I'll try to get that information for you all as soon as possible. So next we have the topic that everyone's kind of been talking about, and that is, just a second, let me see if I've got the right link here. 95. Sorry. Oh yeah, sorry, that's the wrong link. Okay, let's go with this link. So yesterday morning, right after I posted Rocket Fuel, Jasper shared this tweet from SBF, who's the CEO of FTX, the third largest crypto exchange in the world. He says, hey, I have a few announcements to make. Things have come full circle, and first and last investors are the same. We've come to an agreement on a strategic transaction with Binance, pending due diligence, etc. So basically there's a tweet thread here, and it seems as though FTX and Alameda have found themselves in a huge hole. They are insolvent, they're going to go bust, and Binance is going to buy FTX. So that kind of really made things go kind of wild yesterday. And the news, when it originally posted, prices pumped. But then I think people quickly started to realize just what the scope of the problem was. And we have been in free fall since then, like true free fall. I think ETH is down like 20 something percent on the day. RPL is down 33% on the day. It's just been a really bad day. And then we had this post from CZ. It says, this afternoon, FTX asked for our help. There's significant liquidity crunch. To protect users, we signed a non-binding LOI intending to fully acquire FTX and help cover the liquidity crunch. We'll be conducting a full due diligence in the coming days. So since that time, a lot of people think that FTX, their hold is too big and Binance will walk away from the purchase. So it'll probably collapse, and that Solana might collapse with it. I don't mean to be spreading FUD, but that's just the talk that's going out there. FTT token has gone down 80+%, I think. It's in the low single digits now, or mid single digits. But there's a lot of bad stuff happening in that sense. The community, like, this was all everyone pretty much talked about yesterday, and it really took up a lot of attention. It's still what people are talking about right now. It's the biggest event in crypto, like, probably this cycle. In some ways, people kind of expected Terra Luna to collapse, but I don't think many people were out there expecting FTX to collapse, especially with everything that's happened recently with, Sam, the CEO, going on Bankless and talking about trying to get crypto regulation passed and stuff. Like, he's really been pushing himself to the front of the crypto landscape. and it seems like it was all a scam. Well, not a scam. I don't want to say a scam. It was all like very, very, very badly managed, and now they're on the path to collapse. So yeah, really bad. Okay, let's have a look what's next. In yesterday's rocket fuel, I kind of like went on a little rant in the beginning about how everyone in the community should kind of give back. And especially the longer you've been here, the more you should give back. And Dondo was like, the whack call to arms was the most inspiring speech since Braveheart. And then he said, should take it to Twitter. So I listened to Dondo and I made a tweet thread about it. So I said, if you've been a member of the Rocket Pool community for over a year, now is the time for you to start giving back. This is a call to arms. I said the last couple of weeks have been very hard. The max collateral vote was contentious and fiercely argued, in that some people got hurt and community sentiment was bruised. Now we have to come together to fix it. You might be wondering how you can fix it. So I'm setting a challenge for everyone in the community who identifies as being in the community to give back 1 hour at a time every week to make Rocket Pool even better. What can you do for your hour? You can go to the Rocket Pool Reddit page and answer questions. You can go to RETH Finance and answer the questions. There you can help people you can answer questions there. You can help people in support or in general on Discord. More established and informed community members can start visiting other community Discords and try building relationships for DeFi integrations. You can write Medium articles or create YouTube videos about Rocket Pool to spread the word to new and wider audiences. So why should you be doing this now? I said with the Atlas upgrade coming soon and withdrawals being enabled soon after, Rocket Pool has to be on the best possible footing to take advantage of that. That means that the community comes together to make that happen. So this was a really well received tweet thread. It's my first ever tweet thread, so it was really great to see that. A lot of people replied positively, saying that they're willing to do this. People DM'd me and messaged me on Discord saying that this is a great initiative. So I think what I'm going to start doing is every week, maybe on the Sunday, or like over the weekend, what I'll do is maybe actually not on the Sunday, maybe on the Monday, I'll write a tweet or message in the Rocket Pool thread on Discord and say, what was something that you did this week? And then I'll give like a shout out to someone who did something for the Rocket Pool community that week. So I really feel like, this will be a good way to engage the community and kind of give back, because we're desperate for people to kind of like step up now and like really do the work that's needed to make Rocket Pool as good as possible, especially with all this like fear and how scared people are out there in the market right now. So I hope that works really well. So I'll start doing that on Monday. I'll put a tweet out and I'll put a comment in the Discord about what you did in the previous week, and people can reply, and then I'll make sure that I include those in Rocket Fuel. And finally, we had something really great yesterday. It happened around 7:30 Eastern time, which was that Ethereum went ultrasound. So since the merge, there has now been more Ethereum burned than there has been minted, and people were really happy. It was one of the few things yesterday that kind of distracted trading from all the chaos out there. And everyone was really happy, right? Like lots of celebrations, lots of woohoo and yay and come ons out there. And then Meek shared this screenshot and it said supply change is minus 0.16 ETH. Right now we are at minus 1,239 ETH because of all this stuff that's happening. Gas prices are high. Gas prices high means that we burn more. So it's really great that Ethereum is now officially ultrasound money. It's just a shame that it's happened in this situation, but I'm not going to complain too much about it being ultrasound. So that's a really nice note to finish on. So I'm going to wrap up today's episode. Most of it was about, most of what was happening in the community was talk about FTX and the fallout from there. So you can go back and read some of that stuff yourself. But have a great day. I hope you're all like maybe getting out there, like go touch some grass, basically. Try if you feel like the price action is really like stressing you out or worrying you, please reach out to people in trading. Everyone's really nice, and they'll be more than happy to talk to you about any issues that you might be having. Remember, like, the price going down is just a number on the screen. It might feel like it has like monumental impact on your life right now, but it's not worth anything, doing anything that you might regret, or taking impulsive actions. Come to the community, come talk to us. We'll support you however we can. So on that note, please, like I said, stay safe, stay just get away from the screens if you feel like it's getting to you. So be good, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye.